Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is loops. Basically a loop is a type of the control structure. What is control structure? A statement used to control the flow of execution in a program. That is called the control structure because it's controlling the execution of program. Basically the control structures in C are used to combine the individual instructions into a single logical unit. The logical unit has one entry point and one exit point. The instructions in a program can be organized in three kinds of the control structure to control the execution flow. The control structures are used to implement the program logic. There are different types of the control structure and loops is one of them. Like sequence is a control structure, selection control structure, repetition control structure, function called control structure. Now we will discuss these points one by one. But today our topic is loops. Loops basically is a type of the repetition, iteration. A repetition structure executes a statement or the set of statements repeatedly. So whenever you repeat the statements, whenever you execute the set of the statements, whenever you execute the iteration, then we will use the loops. So loops basically used for the iteration or the repetition. That's why it is also known as the iteration structure or loop. The repetition structure includes for loop, while loop and do while loop. This is the main thing in the loops. Now come toward the counter control loop and the sentinel control loop. These are two types of the categories. Number one, counter controlled loop. A loop that repeats a specific number of times is known as the counter controlled loop. It means the limitation of the loop is mentioned here. How many times the loop will execute. This type of loop depends on the value of the variable known as the counter variable. Counter variable used to count the things. Fine. So counter variable to count how many times the loop will be executed. So the value of the counter variable is incremented or it can be decremented each time the body of the loop is executed. Increment the variable value or decrement the variable value, both are the examples of the counter controlled loop. So there are three main points in the number of iteration. In the counter control loop, number one, the initial value of the variable, the value which will you give, that is also called the definition of the variable. In the definition of the variable, you will assign the value to the variable. So this is the initialization. Next, terminating condition. When it will be terminated means what is the maximum limit of the loop. How many times the loop will be executed? That is called the terminating condition. And next is the increment or the decrement. So there are three main things in the counter control loop. Number one, the initial value. Number two, the terminating value. And number three, the increment or the decrement. That's why this is called the counter control loop, because in this the counter variable is used to count the execution of the loop. I hope this point will be clear. I am moving toward the next type of the loop, that is the sentinel controlled loop. The sentinel controlled loop is a type of loop that depends on a special value known as the sentinel value. The loop terminates when the sentinel value is encountered. These types of loops are known as the conditional loop. So it means when the condition will be achieved, when the condition will be reached, then the sentinel value is achieved. For example, a loop may execute while the value is not -1. Here -1 is the sentinel value that is used for the termination of the loop. So this is the condition that you apply in your example. It can be changed. It is depend upon the requirement of the user. sentinel values can be changed. Fine. So whenever you apply any type of condition, until the condition is true, your loop will be execute until your sentinel value achieved. These are two things in the loops. Number one, counter control loop. Number two, sentinel control loop. Again I repeat, counter control loop means when your variable achieve the counter condition. That is called the counter variable. It will execute till the termination of the loop. For example, you give the initial value, you give the termination value, and you also provide the increment or the decrement operator. So it means the until the terminating condition is false, the loop will be execute until it falls. Is it clear? Next is sentinel control loop. In sentinel control loop, the sentinel value, that is called the conditional value, means if your conditional value, your sentinel value achieved, then your loop will be executed. A loop may execute while the value of the variable is not according to your requirement. For example, -1 or +1, whatever that is. Is it clear? A sentinel value is commonly used with while and the do while loops. Now we are coming toward the types of the loop. I told you there are three types of the loops: while loop, do while loop, and for loop. First of all, while loop. The while loop is the simplest loop of the C++ language. This loop executes one or more statements while the given condition remains true. After using the while reserve word, we will give the condition, and it will check out the condition either it is false or the true. If the condition is true, then the next statement will be execute. If the condition is false, the next statement will not be execute. Now look at the syntax of the while condition. After using the word while, we give the condition and then start the block of the statements. In the block of the statements, you can give your statements, and they will execute when the condition is true, and they will not execute when the condition is false. Now you can see this is the flowchart of the while loop, in which the condition is in the diamond symbol, and there are two possibilities of it. If the condition is true, it will move toward the loop body, but if the condition is false, it will move downward. They are showing you the program 6.1. The question is, write a program that displays Pakistan for 5 times using while loop. So in this question, the examiner demanding that you have to display the Pakistan on the output screen 5 times and use while loop. So they reserve you that you have to use the while loop. Now look at here. There are two libraries, iostream.h and conio.h. After that, void main function start. When we will come in the block of the statements, there is a variable with the name of n, and you know n is a variable in which integer type value can be entered because its data type is integer. Then we use the clear screen function. It is used to clear the screen. Now they initialize the value. They assign one value to n variable. After that, they are telling the terminating condition. The loop will remain in the execution until the value of the n less than or equal to 5. It means when the value will be more than 5, then the condition will be false and the statement of the while will not be executed. Now it will check. For example, n is 1. Now look at here. 1 is less than 5. Condition is true. Now the Pakistan will be displayed on the screen. Here n++. n++ means increment in the variable. What was the value of the n? 1. Now increment, after increment the value is 2. Now it will check again the same condition. 2 is less than 5. Yes, condition is true. Again it will display Pakistan. Then increment. Now n value is 3. 3 is less than 5. Again it will display Pakistan. Again it will increment, and now n value is 4. Again it will display Pakistan. And then increment. Now n value is 5. 5 is less than equal to 5. Condition is still true. Now it will again display Pakistan. Then increment. After increment, now the value of the n will be 6. It will check out either 6 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is false because 6 is not less than 5 or 6 is not equal to 5. When the condition will be false, now Pakistan will not be displayed on the output screen. Just look at the output screen. 5 times Pakistan is displayed here. So it means loop work by printing the Pakistan 5 times. After that, there is the get character function. Is it clear now? Our program is ends here. Now come to program number 6.2. Write a program that displays counting from 1 to 10 using while loop. So what is the requirement? You have to print 1 to 10 decimal values. Is it clear? By using the while loop. Just look at here. We come into the main function. Now int n. N is a variable and its data type is integer. And its value is 1. 1 is assigned to n. Now in n variable there is a value 1. Now it will check while n less than equal to 10. Just check it out. What is in the n? 1. 1 less than or equal to 10? Yes, 1 is less than 10. Condition is true. Now it will display on the screen. Just look at here, see out n. So 1 is displayed on the output screen. After that increment and the value will be n, change. It becomes 2. Now 2 is also less than 10. Condition is true. It will display on the screen. Then increment 3 until it will reach the value of the 10. When n value will become 10, it will again check. Either 10 is less than or equal to 10. Condition is still true. It will display 10 on the output screen. Then again increment. Now it will check the value of n. Now the value of the n is 11. Is 11 less than or equal to 10? Now condition is false. When the condition will be false, now the next statement of the while will not execute and control moves outside. Clear? This program is ends here. Now come to program 6.3. Write a program that displays the first 5 numbers and their sum using while loop. So it means you have to display 5 numbers and just sum them. Come into the main function. Take 2 variables. One of C and the other name is sum. Both have the same data type, that is integer. Now you assign 1 value to C and 0 value to sum. Now what you have to do? You will start the while loop and give the terminating condition. When the condition of the C will be less than or equal to 5, the condition will be true and the next statement will be executed and it will display the number on the screen. But whenever the incremented value will be more than 5, now the condition will be false and it will not display the result on the output screen. Whatever the values it will be entered on the output screen, they will add them. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now it will add all these values and the result will be 15. Now just look at here in the cout statement, sum is. What the sum is? 15. Is it clear, girls? Thank you so much.